What I'm about to say is going to upset a lot of people, but it needs to be said. The Mark V Supra is a better car than the Mark IV Supra. Yep, you heard me correctly, but hear me out. What's going on, guys? It's the neighborhood Sancho from Skunkwerks Projects, and before we can go any further, let's just start by acknowledging that the biggest reason why so many enthusiasts hold the Mark IV Supra in such high regard is because of internet clout, nostalgia, and really some misguided understanding of the legendary 2JZ engine. And when I say better, I mean in terms of performance. Now, when the Mark V Supra first came out, one of the biggest knocks against it was that it only made 30 more horsepower than the Mark IV Supra. And that's even after accounting for the gentleman's agreement with the Mark IV putting out about 320 horsepower. And while this was true initially, that was really only for that first model year of the Supra. With the 2021 and up production models of the new Supra making about 382 horsepower. So you're looking at really 60 more horsepower from the factory. You may say that's not that much power, but let me remind you that 382 horsepower out of a 3-liter engine is more power per liter than the new C8 Z06. Now, if a 20% increase in power isn't enough to impress you because you understand that better horsepower numbers don't automatically mean a better car, well, I like the way you think. But in addition to putting up the power, the Mark V Supra actually managed to shave nearly a full second off both of its 0 to 60 times and its quarter-mile times. And if you're not sure just how big of a deal a single second is, well, this is what it looks like.
And go!
So there you go. You can see right here, he's crossing the finish line, and this is exactly how much more distance I need to cover in order to gain a full second and break a 9.
But Sancho, who races a stock Supra anyway? Okay, I hear you. The words stock and Supra don't really belong together in the same sentence, but that's exactly what I mean when I say that the idolization of the Mark IV and the subsequent hate towards the Mark V comes from some misguided understanding of the 2JZ. It's no secret that the 2J can hit absurd dyno numbers, reaching well in excess of 2,500 horsepower. And as a 2JZ owner myself, I get it, but I'm certainly not the first person to say that a lot of the design features that make the 2JZ great, you can also find on the B58 as well. And while the 2JZ has certainly hit higher dyno numbers than the B58, it also has a 30-year head start. And despite that, guys like Stefan Papadakis have managed to crack 1,000 horsepower on the A90 within less than a year of its release, and the B58 itself has cracked the 1,500 horsepower mark pretty regularly at this point. But this isn't a comparison of two engines, rather a comparison of two complete vehicles. Even if we can see the engine, out the gate, the new Supra still have the better transmission, the better suspension, better braking, better engine management, which ultimately leads to a better driving car. And you can argue about how the Mark IV Supra feels better to drive because of whatever save the manual style logic you have. But at the end of the day, the way you feel is subjective. But the performance data of the Mark V Supra objectively says that it's the better car. Well, now that I've upset a solid portion of the JDM culture, go ahead and leave a comment below. Tell me all the ways that you think I'm wrong. Just give me your best 2JZ fanboy hate, and I'll see you guys in the next video.